Hugo and the Bully Frogs by Francesca Simon and Caroline Jane Church. Hugo and the Bully Frogs, written by Francesca Simon, illustrated by Caroline Jane Church. Once upon a time, there lived a very small frog with a very small croak. His name was Hugo. Hugo lived in a deep, muddy pond. Unfortunately for Hugo, other frogs lived there too. Big frogs, mean frogs, grouchy frogs. The biggest, meanest, and grouchiest frog of all was Popeyes, the leader. Brack, brack, we're on the attack. The big, bad bully frogs swaggered through the reeds, pushing and shoving and showing off, and making a terrible hullabaloo. When the bully frogs weren't making a hullabaloo, they liked to sneak up behind Hugo, lift him up, dangle him upside down, and then drop him in the pond. Croak, croak, you're a joke. Ribbit, ribbit, flibber, gibbet. Hugo hated being pushed. He hated being shoved. Most of all, he hated being dropped head first into the pond. But what could he do? He was so little. He tried being friendly, but it was no use. If Hugo was playing with a stick, Popeyes would snatch it. If Hugo had a ball, Popeyes would kick it away. If Hugo had a dandelion, Popeyes would blow it first. Popeyes made Hugo's life horrid. Everyone at the pond offered advice. The next time Popeyes pushes you, push him back, said the fish. Next time Popeye splashes you, splash him back, said the dragonfly. I can't, said Hugo. Why not, said the duck. My head tells my hand to splash, but my hand won't do it, said Hugo sadly. Hugo, are you a frog or a fly? Said the duck. A fly, squeaked Hugo. Nonsense, said the duck. We're going to practice. When I push, you shout, "No pushing!" The duck butted him with her bill. "No pushing," whispered Hugo. "Louder," said the duck. "No pushing," murmured Hugo, a little louder. "I can't hear you," said the duck. "No pushing," squeaked Hugo. "It's no use," he said. "I'm a little frog with a little croak." The duck thought for a moment. "You do have a little croak," she said, "but perhaps you have a loud quack." "A loud quack?" said Hugo. "Why not?" said the duck. "Now copy me." And she quacked, "No pushing," in her big, loud, strong duck voice. Quack! "Now you try, Hugo," said the duck. Hugo breathed in as much air as he could. Hugo puffed up his cheeks as fat as he could, and he opened his mouth as wide as he could and bellowed, "Quack!" Birds scattered, butterflies fluttered, fish flapped. Then Hugo heard a horrible hullabaloo. Before he could hop off and hide, he was surrounded. "Brack, brack, we're on the attack!" shrieked Popeyes. "Croak, croak, you're a joke!" screeched Mudskipper. "Ribbit, ribbit, flibberty gibbet!" rasped Puffy. "Let's get him, boys!" shouted Popeyes. Hugo opened his mouth and quack! Birds scattered, butterflies fluttered, fish flapped, and the bully frogs fell into the pond. Splash! Popeyes came gasping to the surface. "How did you do that?" he sputtered. "Do what?" said Hugo. "Oh, do you mean—" But the bully frogs didn't wait around to find out. Thanks for reading with me today. I hope you enjoyed it.